Alright, good morning, fifth graders. Today we are working on creating expressions, writing them from word problems. So your problem set should have 5OA.2, week of 511, day 2. Okay, so the first problem says, tickets for the high school football game cost $3 each. The school sold $846 worth of tickets. Write an expression to show how many tickets were sold. I'm going to highlight some key important information. So tickets for the high school football game cost $3 each, so that $3 each is super important. And they sold $846 worth of tickets. So all together, so when I think of what this is trying to say, I think that's trying to say all together. All together they sold that many, and they were $3 each. So that's my total. That's one of the parts, and I need the other part. So what I'm thinking about, that word each, with this context, I would say that $846 worth of tickets, if we're trying to find out how many tickets were sold, we need to divide that. Ooh, goodness. We need to divide that by that $3 each. Okay? And it doesn't say that we have to solve it, so I'm not going to worry about that. We're just writing those expressions. This is really an important skill to have when you are solving word problems. The first thing you should always do is write your expression so you know exactly what you're trying to figure out. Question 2 says, write an expression. The difference, I'm going to just highlight that word real quick. The difference between 765 and 342, then multiply by 2. So, when I'm looking at these expressions, one of the important things I'm looking at, I always need to keep in mind PEMDAS. Okay, because that's my order of operations. This stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division happen at the same time, and addition and subtraction happen at the same time, okay? So the difference between we'll start there, the difference between 765 and 342. 765 and 342. Sorry about that. So that shows the difference between those. Then I need to multiply by 2. Here's the thing. If I just multiply by 2, I'm not getting the same thing I would get with this word problem. Stop. Hey. The way I can get that same thing is if I put these in parentheses right there. That way I'm worried about that difference first, then that multiplication. Otherwise, I would have done the multiplication first. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Moving on. Write an expression. The quotient, of 147 divided by 7 plus 15. Okay, so quotient means kind of like the answer in a division problem. It's the other part. So there's the divisor, dividend, and quotient. And the quotient, when you're doing a multiplication part that has something like that, it's right there, okay? So, 147 divided by 7 plus 15, okay? Technically, you could still put these in parentheses and it wouldn't make it wrong, but with our order of operations, since division happens before addition and subtraction anyway, that does not matter. At Maria's school, 6 classes are going on a field trip. So I'm gonna highlight some important information. 6 classes are going on a field trip. Each class has 26 students and 1 teacher. Each bus, so the bus holds a maximum of 48 people. The school requests 3 buses for the field trip. A, Maria says that 3 buses are not enough. B, she argues that 3 buses will hold a maximum of 144 people. C, the classes need space for 156 people. D, the school needs to order 1 more bus. Okay, we're looking for which statement is incorrect. Incorrect. Okay, so we're going to tackle this one statement at a time. Maria says that 3 buses are not enough. Well, we're going to go ahead and skip that one because there are easier questions to find the answer to first. She argues that 3 buses will hold a maximum of 144 people. We do have enough information for that problem. Each bus holds 48 people. And how many buses are there? 3. So 48, I'm going to do my solving over here real quick. 48 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 12, 13, 14. So that one's correct. So we're not worried about that one anymore. So I'm going to just put a check mark. I've checked that. That one's correct. I'm going to erase this. You can use the back of your worksheet or paper as your scratch paper, but I'm just going to use this space while I have it. The classes need space for 156 people. So let's figure that one out. We have 6 classes. Each class has 28 students and 1 teacher. So the easy way to do that would just be to add that teacher with those students. So we've got 27 times 6. Okay, so, sorry. Okay, and then each of us, okay. So 7 times 6 is 42. We've got 6 times 2, which is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that one is incorrect because the classes need space for 162 162 people. So I would say C, and then I would write a sentence. I'm not going to write it because I'm not going to waste your time, but I would write a sentence explaining why, so that you know. So that would be 162. So that means that yes, the students do need more than 3 buses. So that statement's correct, and they do need to order 1 more bus. So that is correct. All right, thank you so much for joining me for today's problem set, and I look forward to seeing you in office hours or in the next video. Thank you.